because joining us right now
Oh, wow.
is the head coach of the Los Angeles Rams, Coach Sean McVay. Coach, how you doing? It is me, it is Sedano, and it is Cappy today. Good to talk to you, man.
Good to talk to you too. How you doing?
What's up, Coach?
Wow, we haven't talked to Sean since training camp. Sean, you used to come on our afternoon show all the time. Now you're just schmoozing with Mason all the time. What the hell?
No, we're trying to win some more games, man. We're trying to win some more games. You're too big time. I don't. What the hell are you doing right now?
Yeah. What the hell are you doing right now?
I was doing college football. I'm doing NBA, but I got time for you now, so that's why I'm here.
There you go. I love it. These guys always bring up just bad Twitters about me, so maybe you'll make me feel good when I hang up.
Wait a second.
Minute. I did that one time, Sean. I did it one time.
One time too many, baby. One time too many.
There you go. See, Sean is like an elephant. He never forgets.
Never forgets anything.
Sean, before we get into the football stuff, let me ask you this. How the hell is fatherhood? Because the last time we spoke to you, your wife was about to give birth. How is fatherhood treating you?
I'll tell you what. It's outstanding. My poor kid is going to be just like me. He just, he's just sitting there. He just stares at himself or stares at you instead of going to sleep. I said, this guy's mind's freaking racing. And this poor guy, I'm like, oh, God, I hope he's more like his mom and not me. But she's doing great. I'm doing my part, changing diapers.
Come on.
I'm just getting bossed around the house, and I love every second.
How many diapers?
Yeah, come on, Coach. You don't have a full-time nanny?
Hey, listen. That doesn't mean that I can't get my hands dirty.
literally. Yes.
Right. I got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I got to get in on the action every now and then, but it doesn't mean that I can't tap in for the relief every now and then either.
I like it, Coach, because honestly, like if it were me, I'd be like, listen, I'm having a full-time nanny. But you know what? On the other hand, this is your first baby. When I got to baby number 4,
yeah,
I was like, whatever.
That kid can eat rocks.
Right, she can flop around on the floor. She's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing's going to happen to her.
There you go. I love it.
So, Coach, in the hunt, man. Another win in the hunt. Couldn't be more excited. All comes down to Sunday. Tell us about this win this week. For whatever reason, you are 12-2 against Arizona. What is going on there?
No, our guys just play well. I mean, every game is so different, and every year is different. Every week is different. I think you guys see that across the league in the NFL. And hey, how can we play well in that allotment of time we're guaranteed? I thought our guys were ready to go. I thought Kyron Williams made a tremendous difference. We've missed him. I mean, getting him back is a big difference for our offense and what he's able to provide. And then thought he and Royce were great complements of one another. I thought Matthew was excellent in terms of distributing the ball, getting a bunch of different guys involved, and then I thought our defense was, really for a couple weeks in a row, I think they're playing at a high level and had some big-time stops that flipped the momentum of the game in our favor.
Coach, Kyron surprising you at all? I mean, he wasn't listed as the number 1 running back going in at training camp. So and again, he's just coming off 4 weeks of injury, but to be that kind of a running back, is it surprising you?
I would say this. When you get around him and you watch the way he works every day and the approach that he has, you're not surprised, but you're really happy to see a lot of the work pay off. He's got such a great play energy that I think the guys really feed off of. They want to block for him, and he brings an excitement and energy and an authentic enthusiasm, and obviously the production is very real, but I think, he's brought a spark to us, and he's played really well this year, and it was great to be able to get him back. And shoot, we got a great challenge against a big-time defense this week, and we're going to need his best for sure.
Sean, we were talking to you obviously a second ago about, having the young one at home, but you've got a lot of young guys on the field too, right? I mean, Kyron is kind of one of them, but on that defense, we talked to you at training camp about kind of the young energy, the youthful energy you guys have. And I would imagine there has, with the ups and downs the season has provided you, how have you kind of dealt with some of the young guys, particularly on the defensive side of the ball, or maybe even some of the guys on the offensive side of the ball, and just kind of navigate them through what is a challenging season in the NFL?
Yeah, I think just trying to be as consistent as possible, George, making sure that these guys understand, hey, let's come back to work. Let's be consistent with our rhythm and routine, make necessary adjustments if possible. They're coachable as hell. They're accountable. They like what they're doing, and they're fun to work with. And I think that brings out the best in us. I think that they've got some good veterans that are still here that can really model the way and show them examples of what it looks like. But we're seeing quick and steady growth from these guys. I've been really pleased with a lot of these young cats, and a handful of these guys are going to be, major players that we're going to be leaning on for years to come. But we want to continue to be in the moment, and I've really enjoyed working with this group. They've been really fun, and that was kind of consistent to what we had talked about at training camp as well, in spite of some of the challenges that certainly haven't been perfect for sure.
Coach, of course, I'll be there on Sunday. I'm a huge fan. I get really nervous when somebody lines up for a kick, and in this case, Lucas Haversick, the new kicker, missed a field goal, missed an extra point. How do you feel about the kicking situation right now?
Yeah, I think here's what I would say. I was really encouraged with Lucas. I'm most interested in the response. The other day wasn't in alignment with what we think he is and what I believe he is and what he'll be for us moving forward. But he's got a lot of ability. I think the consistency of the stroke is what we really want. Sometimes that Arizona surface can be tricky with your plant leg, and the one that he missed was longer, and then we got to be able to hit the extra points, obviously. But I'm excited about seeing his response, and that's the thing that's the most important thing to me. But we do want to see consistency from that position, and we're confident that he can do that as we move forward.
Sean McVay, Rams head coach, with us here. Steve Mason, George Sedano, Scott Kaplan. So, Sean, I don't know if you know this, but our guy Scott Kaplan here, my partner on our show in the afternoon, he's here with us too. And, he was a kicker in college.
D1.
At Pitt, right. For 4 years, he started at Pitt. He was Louis Riddick's teammate. He was Alex Van Pelt's roommate, who's the offensive coordinator you'll be going up against. So,
I bet you got that fun.
What's that?
I said, him and Alex Van Pelt had some fun times.
Well, and John Gruden was about 4 years older than we were.
Yeah.
When he got there for us. So
wait. But my point is, since he was a kicker, I don't know if you need a little extra help on special teams. Scott's available. I'm saying.
He says if you give him 4 weeks, he'll be steady and consistent.
I'll be
from
ready.
50.
Be ready for the playoffs, Coach.
What was your career rec? What was your career stats from over 50, Scott? Pretty lost, huh?
Yeah, not so good.
Well,
yeah.
I'll tell you this. I just had Pitt.
Under 50, though. Hey, let's under 50. I mean, 50 is a long field goal.
Yeah,
we got to get that tighter for you offensively.
Yeah, I figure I was probably around a 75 to 80% guy.
There you go.
That's not very good in today's day and age, but I've learned a lot, Coach. So I'm ready to pick it back up. It's 30 years later, but I feel like I'm ready to go.
I will say this: he did one time hit. Was it against West Virginia? He hit a big one, and then you did the cabbage patch afterwards.
That's right. That's exactly
right.
So
there you go.
Cabbage
there you
patch.
go, McVay.
What's so funny, Mace?
No, the idea of it is
patch.
awesome. Yeah,
That's all.
Cabbage patch.
Sorry, Coach. I cabbage patch.
I get it.
Yeah.
By the way, he was hanging out with Alex Van Pelt, so he probably knows the game plan for Sunday.
Do you want us to incept his brain and figure out what you're going to go up against, or what?
Yeah, who are you rooting for on Sunday, Scott?
Oh,
good question.
Yeah.
You want the truth or you want me to lie?
No, tell the truth. We're all about truth.
Okay. I'm rooting for the Rams.
I regret that I asked you this question.
I'm rooting for the Rams to win, but I'm also rooting for the Browns to win.
I mean, yeah,
so whoever wins, I'm good.
Sure. Yeah,
I'm good. Coach, I will tell you this, though. There's all these reports today about who's the starting quarterback now for the Browns. What are you preparing for?
I'd like you to ask Alex, and why don't you just tell me so I don't have to waste my time?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what do you think? Who do you think is going to be the starting quarterback?
I don't know. What do you think? What did he tell you?
See, McVay, this is why I said you'd be good at media once you decide to leave coaching. Not that we want you to leave coaching anytime soon, because you're giving it right back to him. That's what I'm talking about.
Coach, you know how it goes when you hang out with your college best friends. Like last night, we talked about our kids. We talked about wives, talked about girlfriends.
You talked about third down conversions.
We talked about business. We didn't talk about who's going to be the starting quarterback this Sunday.
Right.
Come on, Coach.
Yeah, you know what? I was born at night, not last night. I don't believe a word.
Well, listen, Coach, we are excited for Sunday.
Go get him, McVay.
Go get him. Let's get a win against the Browns and Alex Van Pelt, man.
I love it. Let's go, guys. I appreciate it.
All right.
See you,
thanks
man.
a lot. Thanks, Coach. Yeah, last time Coach was on,
Who you rooting for?
Sam Jackson wrote a tweet. It's like, when are we going to start talking about the Rams coaching? He wrote it at the end of the Green Bay game.
Yeah.
So I read it to Sean because it's like, here's the biggest movie star in the
Oh,
world.
yeah.
And
That's what he was referring
Did not
to.
go over well.
Yeah.
I
You see how much he likes us, though? Like, you got to have him on with us all the time.
Okay.
That's it. From now on.
I thought it was. I think it's fantastic.
What's the
but I
problem?
think this year, me and Ireland have been pretty good with Coach.
So you've been pretty good, but it's very nutsy boltsy with Ireland and you. And this is
I'm
always
not as nutsy and boltsy.
No, you've done.
You're more boltsy
you
than
do-
nutsy.
I'm nutsy. I'm not boltsy.
What I've always said is you need to just open him up and just have fun with him.
Have we not
And
been doing that?
Ireland doesn't like to do
Well,
it, and
Ireland
you, and then
doesn't.
after a loss, you refuse to do it because I don't think he wants to do it. And I know Sedano and
That
Cap
is-
would.
See, but
would-
there's a difference. There is a difference.
Right.
And no, all kidding aside.
Yeah.
Like, I've been around him a little bit outside of the football stuff. A little bit. I ran into him at a game one time, like
Right.
a basketball game. We chit-chatted for a little bit. When we have him at training camp, we chit-chat with him